Chestnut Springs is coming to Netflix. This kind of reminds me of Lucy Score's book. She has really long romances. The Strength of the Ancestors. What's up, chapter bestie, and welcome back to another vlog. This is going to be a reading weekend vlog. I finally have the weekend off, so this is going to be a weekend in my life. Typically me doing nothing, not even going to church on Sunday. So I'm really excited to do this. Chill at home, maybe go to the cafe, just do cozy things. I'm really excited for this vlog. I am currently in the process of reading Wild Card by Elsie Silver and The House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. I think that's her name. Absolutely loving those books. Like, hands down, those books have been giving your girl life. Like, they are phenomenal. First of all, House of Eve is kind of written how I like books written, like, you know, dual point of view, you know, I love it because that keeps you interested in the book. And then Wild Card, of course, I'm a huge Elsie Silver fan, so anything she writes is typically up my sleeve. And this is a age gap romance. The first couple of chapters like really had me engaged. So the books that I'm reading right now are so good. So I hope to finish them in this vlog. Probably will. But anyway, right now we are going to Barnes. One book, that's it. I'm only here for one book. It's Sweet Heat by Babuola. I think I pronounced the name right. But anyway, I read Honey and Spice. This is the sequel to Honey and Spice. I read Honey and Spice last year, and I always tell you guys that was one of those books where in the beginning I did not like it. Like, I just wanted to stop reading it. I couldn't really connect with it, but by the ending I loved it. And so Sweet Heat has been on my most anticipated releases, and it came out September 2nd. It's September 12th, so I'm excited to go in Barnes and get it right now. So yeah, that's where we're headed. I got a return to make from Amazon. My husband bought a suit off Amazon. I'm about to insert the picture here so y'all can see it. Mind you, my husband is 6'3". Why he was not in the big and tall section of Amazon, the world may never know. But yeah, as y'all can see, it's hilarious. So I'm getting ready to return this suit, and for my troubles, I'm using his gift card to buy myself whatever I want on Amazon. But anyway, we're gonna go to Barnes. We're gonna get one book. We're gonna leave with one book, and we're gonna be happy with that one book, okay? I did wake up earlier today and edited a video for my August reading recap because I was late getting it done because I lost my voice and everything like that. So yeah, I'm excited that that is getting uploaded, or, you know, launching today on YouTube. So check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, let's get this vlog started. I just left the Barnes, right, to get Sweet Heat. Let me cut the air down so you guys can hear me. I just left the Barnes to get Sweet Heat, and I was proud of myself because I walked in there with one thing. I left with two, but the other one was more biblical, so I really, you know, that's always in order. But anyway, so when I was in there looking, I couldn't find Sweet Heat, so I'm like, well, I know it's here because it said online that it's here. So I'm like, let me ask somebody before I just walk out and go on Amazon and order it, because like I wanted it today, like I'm gonna read it today. And so I was asking the girl, and she was just saying how like they don't have a lot of African romances, and I'm like, to openly admit that, like, you don't see the problem. And I don't know the statistics, and I'll probably add them in here, of black people reading, and then everybody know Barnes is hella expensive. You can literally go on Amazon and get a book for like $4 or $5 cheaper on Amazon than you can in Barnes & Noble store. But it's like, I was kind of taken aback because I'm just like, you know, black people shop here too, so why aren't you guys catering? And it just might not be a lot of black people, but I kind of just was like, just felt a little bit off, because I'm like, we read too, we like books too, we can spend money too. There's black people in middle class, upper middle class, upper class, like I don't know, and there's been this thing, I said this in another vlog, one of the authors that I'm subscribed to, she was saying how like her book, she went published traditionally, because she thought her books were going to be put in barns on shelves, and they're just not. And it's like, my feelings towards the matter right now, because it's just fresh, like I really have to sit and think and ponder on how I want to verbalize what I'm saying. But I just wish barns could do or would do better. And I don't know if they've tried putting African American or more African American books in there and they're just not selling. I don't know what the case may be, but I don't know. But anyway, I did end up with Sweet Heat by Bolu Babalola. I'm really excited. It's a long book. Wow, 479 pages. This kind of reminds me of Lucy Score's book. She has really long romances. And then also, for those who don't know, I am a first lady. My husband is a preacher. So I just got like the Bible in 52 weeks. I want to start journaling again. So I'm going to start this. I'm not going to wait till January 1st. I'm going to start it now, because tomorrow is not promised, okay? So yeah, I just thought it was really cute. I like the points to ponder and everything like that. So yeah, those are the two things I got in Barnes today. I stuck to my guns. And yeah. All right, I'm gonna touch base when I get back home, and then we'll get into reading and everything. So it came to me what I needed to do now going forward with what happened in Barnes. What I'm gonna start doing is, when a Black author comes out with something in Barnes, I'm gonna purchase it, even if I can get it off Kindle Unlimited. I'm just gonna start supporting that way and going in there and start buying those books by Black authors. And I'm not one of those Black people. Please don't think that like I'm overly like, oh, I'm only gonna buy Black or whatever the case may be. No, I'm gonna buy what feels good to me, but at the same time I do want to support, especially after like seeing that email and then what I just actually heard in the Barnes. I'm just gonna make sure that I am doing my part, and I think that's what I can do. I can go purchase it. So I'll probably be going back to get Brittany Cherry's If You Stayed. That's on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm gonna go in there and purchase the book too. That way they're getting the sales, so they can start putting African romances in, you know, in the stores. So yeah. Other than that, I had a good outing out. I'm getting ready to chill on the couch and start, why is the lighting like this? I'm getting ready to chill on the couch and start reading. What I'm gonna start reading, I'll meet you over there to find out. And I am on page 67, chapter 7 of The House of Eve. This book is really good. So it follows Ruby and Eleanor. It's told in their perspectives, and basically Ruby is a teenager who is kind of dealing with, she starts kind of liking this white guy, so she's kind of dealing with racism and just, you know, stuff centered around that. She was in a situation where her mother is not mothering, okay? And then there's Eleanor, who is, and mind you, Ruby is a teenager. I think she's like 15 or something like that. She's trying to become an optometrist. She wants to like cure glaucoma and stuff like that, and she's such a little sweetheart in this book right now. I'm really liking her character. And then on the other side, and she's located in Philly, and so then on the other side we have Eleanor, who is at an HBCU in Washington DC, and so she is in a romance with a guy named William. And so her issues are centered around like social class. So she's kind of from the gutter, and William, who she's obviously clearly going to get into some kind of romance with, he is from like the upper class. Like he is top of the line Negro. You know, that's what they were calling them back in the day. That's how it's addressed in the book, whatever. So yeah, I love both these women. Like, they seem like they're gonna be such strong characters, such strong individuals. Somehow, based on the back of the book, their worlds collide. I'm curious to see how they're gonna collide. I mean, I know DC is not really that far from Philly, but I'm just interested in seeing how this book plays out. Like I said, it's going really, really good so far. Ruby and Eleanor are both likable. It's a reminder, and with Eleanor, it's a reminder that race, colorism does not just exist against black and white. It's against black and black too, because Eleanor, she didn't get, I was about to say cast, she didn't get selected into the sorority, and she was saying how it's basically a bunch of light-skinned girls, and colorism is a huge thing in the black community. Being light-skinned, being fair-skinned, you dark, you know, it's a huge thing amongst ourselves, and that has nothing to do with white people at all. And so it's kind of just, you know, bringing up some feelings with that and stuff. But again, so far so good. I am going to continue going through this. I think I'm going to make the transition to wild card right now because I'm getting ready to go lay down, but we'll see. I at least wanted to get to page 100, but I don't know. So yeah, right now I would recommend this book, but I haven't really got to the meat and potatoes to see like what the storyline is, where it's going, or nothing like that. So yeah, I'll be back probably at 125-ish mark to update you guys on the book. So yeah, I'll see you guys then, and I'll let you know what's going on in Wildcard. Obviously this is going to be spoiler free, so I'm just going to be sharing more so thoughts instead of like plot lines and things like that. All this is kind of just what I just told you was more so information, not really much you can do with it, not going to spoil anything or nothing like that. So I will be back when I'm back. Hey my loves, I look a mess. I am literally kind of just rolling out of bed. It's like 1 o'clock or something like that. I have been watching or reading Wildcard all morning. I'm like at 44%, so I read from 28% to 44%. So basically this book is about, it follows, it's told in dual point of view. Obviously, you know, Elsie Silver book is definitely going to be told in dual point of view, but it follows the male main character's name is Bash, short for Sebastian, and then the female main character's name is Gwen. And so Gwen and Bash basically meet. The book starts off a year earlier, and they meet in the airport. They kind of hit it off. They build this like connection or whatever, and something transpires, and a year later they meet each other, and Gwen is at Bash's son's Trips, his name. Gwen is at Bash's son Tripp's birthday party as his +1, as his girlfriend. And so there's clearly tension there. There's clearly some type of, it's a situation, like it's a whole scene. Like I could totally see this being played out as a movie. So yeah, so now we're in a situation, like I'm at a part where it's like forced proximity, because there's some things going on and some additional characters that they are kind of, Gwen and Bash are kind of like working with together to kind of heal or whatever. So we're in a forced proximity situation. So yeah, I'm really excited to dip into this book later on tonight. Right now I am going to make me and my husband some lunch, and then I'm going to sit on the couch and we're going to chill out and read The House of Eve, because I definitely want to continue to get into that. These books are really good. I love when I'm reading books that just kind of give me life and give me good feelings. So yeah, all right, let's go, and I'll talk to you guys when I have a little update for you. Hey y'all, what's up? It is Sunday evening actually. I just went to 7 Brew. So my friend has been sending me recipes and I've just been trying them every single day. Which I should not be doing because I should not be drinking coffee every day, but we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, I finished Wild Card by Elsie Silver and that book was really, really good. It made me think about the mailman character Bash. He was so lovable, but it made me really think about how we as people, I think parenting is one of the most important jobs, because as a parent, you are molding this individual to grow into a person that should be emotionally intelligent, that should be able to convey their feelings. And Bash was one of those people where he was not able to convey his feelings. He was hurt. He didn't talk about his feelings. He didn't talk about traumas and things that he has gone through. And so when it came time for him to be in a relationship, he was just kind of always running and just kind of screwing stuff up because he wasn't, I don't know, like his father wasn't there and when he was a child. And so when that happens, or you don't have like a mother figure, not saying that his mother was, but when you don't have a mother figure to kind of like love you and hug you, you don't really know how to deal with your feelings as an adult. And it just kind of made me think about, you know, just the importance of loving on your child, and especially your boy children, like teaching them how to be a man and stuff like that, but also teaching them how to convey their feelings in a way that they can be productive adults, like on your job, in your relationship, with their kids, whatever the case may be. So yeah, Bash was really, really adorable, and so was Gwen. I love how Gwen stood by Bash. Like, she was like, and this is an age gap romance, mind you, so he's 40 and she's like 28 or something like that. They're 12 years apart, and she was like super mature when it came to him. I know you're upset, I know you're being a douchebag, I know you're being a butthole, but I'm gonna stick around, I'm gonna stay, and we're gonna work this out. And I really, really loved her maturity and her character, and how she kind of accepted who he was, but at the same time she told him about this, about himself. Like, I went through this with my father because she had trauma too, daddy issues too, and she was like, I went through this with my father and you're not going to treat me any kind of way. And I love a badass woman that just will tell a man, you're not going to treat me this way, or you're not going to do this to me because this is what I'm used to and I didn't like the way I felt. And they were some really good characters. That's my favorite book in the Rose Hill series by far. And little encouragement to you guys out there, like, don't give up on a series just because you didn't like one book. The last book in the series, I didn't really like the plot line with Reese and Tabby, because I just didn't, his career and how it was introduced and stuff, I really didn't, that was okay, and I still rated it at a very high rating, but it just wasn't my favorite. But this book takes the cake. This is absolutely hands down my favorite. So I'm getting ready to go back into the house. I done finished my drink that I shouldn't have had. I went to 7 Brew earlier and got another coffee. This is the 4th one this week when I'm only supposed to have 2. But we're not gonna go there. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and then tackle the House of Eve, because I really want to get at least halfway through that, because I haven't been reading that, even though I've been enjoying it. So we're gonna go in, have a little romantic evening with me and the book, and go from there. So yeah, that's the update. Definitely would recommend Wild Card by Elsie Silver. You don't need to read the other books to get it. It could be read as a standalone just because it's the last book in the series. So yeah, I'm excited because I just found out that Chestnut, her other series, Chestnut Springs, is coming to Netflix. Absolutely ate that series up, so I'm super excited to have seen that in my email. I'm also excited that she is starting a new series with Emmett. I think it's something Springs or something, I don't know, but she will be having a new series, following a whole new set of characters. I'm really excited about that. Yes, like just everything that's going on with Elsie Silver, I'm really happy for her. I saw like a blurb in her book where she was saying how her English teacher or whoever told her that she was like not going to be a good writer, and Mr. C, screw you Mr. C, because the girl is dope and I really have been enjoying her books, and just highly recommend. So yeah, let's go in the house, cuddle up, read the House of Eve, see how far we can get. It's not real, but real stuff like this happen. So Ruby is going down the street with her auntie, and like a white woman bumps into her and she says, "Watch where you're going, Nigger." The strength of the ancestors. And I'm not one of those black people to be like, I would be like this, that, and the third, because back in those times, you really don't know what you would be like. Now, in these times, that probably would not fly. But back in those times where things were like that was normal, you really don't know how you would react. And it's just, and this is partly why I struggle reading stuff like this, historical fiction, because it just puts me in a place. But this story is so good that I'm okay. Like, I'm really okay. It's just, I just wanted to pop on and say something about that, because I'm just like, oh Lord. Like, and Aunt Marie, Ruby's aunt, looks like she don't take no junk. Like, she would literally set it off if irritated. Yeah, so I'll be back with an update at some point. Okay, I'm back. So I told you the aunt was crazy. So Ruby says it was an accident. I remember finally. So the white woman, that's not what the book says, but I'm talking about the white woman. So it says she straightened her pillbox hat and it says, "Now I must shower." So Aunt Marie says, "Not a bad idea. I can smell you from way over here." Yo, Aunt Marie, like, I could tell she was like a real life thug. Like, don't play with her. And you know another thing, what's this child's name? Ruby and Shimmy, which is the Jewish white boy that she's kind of liking, and he's liking her. Like, I feel so sorry for people back in those days where you couldn't love openly the opposite race, because she's like saying how she's reminded that this relationship will never work because they'll always be sneaking around and stuff. And I'm glad that people are allowed, you know, black men are allowed to love white women are allowed to love black men, you know, just different things. Because just imagine loving somebody and you just can't entertain it all because of a freaking skin color. Like, what are we even talking about right now? And it's just, this stuff really happened. Like, there were really white men and black women sneaking around because it just was not acceptable back in those days. And it's making me kind of sad. I'm curious to see where Shimmy and Ruby's relationship goes. I did peek, because y'all know me, I gotta peek. So I did see that he was writing her, I guess, when she goes away or something like that. But it's just, I don't know, I just get in my feelings a little bit, like, reading how she just feels like this is like pointless to even entertain because of, you know, the race situation. I just realized, y'all, I never ended the vlog. This was a little cozy weekend vlog. Realistically, what my reading life looks like on a weekend where I'm not doing absolutely anything. I finished one book. I read a few pages in another book. So yeah, pretty productive weekend. Scroll through my phone a lot. So we might be doing like a swapping screen time for a reading time type vlog coming up, because I was in my phone entirely too much on Saturday. I could have got farther along in the House of Eve, but that's going really good. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and end this vlog and let y'all know we will be starting something new. So yeah, some kind of challenge, some kind of something to get us on the right track. So yeah, I will see you guys all in the next one. Have a blessed day. All right, I'm gonna touch base when I get back home, and we're gonna get into this. Gave me, and it might be like 4 stars or 4.5, I don't know, but right now, what is going on? Why is this not? Starts with childhood, and it made me think about what is going on with my camera. I don't know what's going on right now.